By the way, we have one of the producers of this track, good loving, my man Jairus, Mozee. Y'all make some noise for him one time. Just a phase, make you wanna have a taste.
Yeah, my name is Jairus Mozee. I'm a musician. Grew up in Long Beach, California most of my life, originally from Indiana. I've played guitar for many people, from Prince to Anthony Hamilton to Fantasia. Produced songs for Kendrick Lamar, Anthony Hamilton, the BJ Chicago Kid. I can go down a long list. Just look me up, Jairus Mozee. Nominated for a Grammy 3 times, actually 2 times Grammy nominated. But yeah, you know, done a whole bunch of stuff. Played guitar for Lil Wayne for like 3 years. Done a lot of stuff. Yes, sir. All right.
It's simple, I love it, having you near me, having you here.
It clicked that I wanted to be a musician when I was probably, I want to say 11 years old, in middle school. And they accidentally put me in a music class. And they didn't have enough bass players, you know, the upright bass. So I was kind of big, whatever, so they put me on there. And I ended up playing, you know, sticking with it. And then that's when it clicked, like I really love it. My dad plays, and my uncles, whole family, but it was never really like a passion of mine until I started really doing it in school. And school, when I was at school, I loved going to school, like middle school, just to go to music class. You know what I'm saying? Keys to be successful, I would say just stay focused. You have to have a goal, and you have to start really as early as you can. So start now. You know, don't wait till tomorrow. You know, try to see what steps you can make now. Go online, see what your occupation that you really want to be, that you see yourself doing, that's fun, and that you know that you're going to have fun doing. And see what's the first steps. And another key to success that I use, I like to get mentors in the field that I do. You know, I have older people that I look up to, and I try to just, you know, follow them on Instagram, go to their website, see where they're going to be at, so I can actually go talk to them and see, you know, ask them questions. And you know, there's so many things that can help you to success. That's some of the main things I use to get me through. Using my mentors, you know, my family, asking questions, you know, not being afraid to make a mistake. Try stuff. You're going to make mistakes, so don't be afraid to try anything, you know. So just try it, you know. Everybody that you see that's made it, so-called made it, has messed up, you know, in the process of doing it. They just kept going. You know, they never stopped. So that's really one of the keys, you know, I try to stay on.
Little ghetto boy, playing in the ghetto street.
single day for me. Me building my craft as a musician, as a producer, I did it every day. When I started pretty much at the age of 10, 11 years old, I would take the stuff I was learning at school, go home, practice right after school, then go to church. I grew up in church. And so my grandmom allowed me to play in church, and that developed, my skills over time. But basically I was doing it every single day from the time I knew what I wanted to do. When I was 11, I said I wanted to be a musician, and pretty much every day from up to 11 till 18 when I graduated, I was practicing, doing a gig, studying, doing something every single day to contribute to what my long-term goal is. I try not to ever take a break. Even today, I was trying to take a break, chill out, but I got this call to do this, and it's like, this is more work for me. This is something I have to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to keep my stuff going, in order to just help people to do what I got to do. As long as you're helping people as well, that's going to keep you going long. The help is going to return. The love is going to come back to you.
I can say that you're a mentor to many people, Jairus. You're giving back every day. So it's like a cycle, like what you said, with getting a lot of help from your mentors, and now you're a mentor.
Right.
J-Mo, you want to talk to him one time, my brother? Yeah.
Okay, so my experience at Poly, I was coming from Bancroft Middle School. So I get it, walk in the gates, and I'm like, I gotta start all over, like climbing this mountain of just, social activities and stuff like that. But anyways, my Poly experience was, overall, it was great because it taught me how to interact with all different kinds of people. Poly is it's just so amazing, the cultures, and it's like everybody gets along for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what I loved about Poly the most, is it was just so many different cultures and so many different kinds of people there. Like, it trained me for the world, like to interact with anybody though, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Poly is just one of those places where it has that tradition of just excellence, and when you walk in, you're like, especially if you were a person like me where you didn't live in the neighborhood and you had to actually apply to get in, and you get in that school, it's like when you get in Poly, you can't be playing around, you know what I'm saying? Like, Poly it's time to get it, you know what I'm saying? That's the tradition that I walked into, and I try to carry it on, and boost it up even farther.
Right.
So that's pretty much my experience. I had fun though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. You got to fight to make things better. Then you'll see how others will stop believing too. Then, my son, things will start to get better. Hey. Everything has got to get better. Everything has got to get better.
Like I said earlier, stay focused, get a goal. The main thing is to get a goal now, whether you're in middle school, especially middle school and high school. But if you're in middle school right now, I advise you to get a goal right now, because you can get a head start on all your peers or whoever. You can just get a head start in life in general, and you'll be where you need to be at by the time you get out of high school, pretty much. Because when I started in middle school and I knew my goals to be a musician, by the time I was 17, I was playing guitar for Prince. Right. So that'll tell you where it can get you if you start young and you really stay focused. That doesn't mean you can't have fun and still play with your friends and do all those things, but still at the same time, you have to remember I have a goal in my life that I have set. I can't go out as long as you guys. I can't hang out every single time. Maybe I'll go out once a week rather than 3 or 4 times a week. You know, cut a lot of that stuff down to where, to the point where you're working, and then to the point where you know you have all this money in the bank. Then you can kick back and do all that luxury stuff all the time. But you know, get a goal and press forward towards that goal. That's all I say. You know what I'm saying?
Giving you the best of me.